Hello, and welcome back to our daily English talk.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here today.
If you're new here, please click that subscribe button and like this video.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Roy. And didn't you know this is a place to practice listening and speaking with simple, real English?
Please help us by liking this video and subscribing. It really means a lot to us.
Today's topic feels very encouraging to me. I imagine us sitting together in a relaxed space, maybe with nothing on the table except a notebook and a pen. There is no pressure at all. This feels like a good moment to talk about speaking English with only a small number of words.
I feel that encouragement too, Roy, and it feels very comforting. Many learners think they need thousands of words to speak well, but the truth is, you can communicate a lot with just a small number of words. I hope listeners feel relief hearing that.
Today's topic is speaking English fluently with only 100 words. That number might sound surprising at first. Some people might feel curious and some might feel unsure. But we want to show that fluency is not about how many words you know. It is about how you use them.
Yes, fluency is about comfort and confidence, not about size. When you feel comfortable using simple words, you can speak more smoothly. That smooth feeling is what many people call fluency. It does not require advanced vocabulary.
Emma, when you hear the idea of using only 100 words, what feeling comes to you first? For me, it feels light. It feels like something is being removed instead of added. There is less to worry about.
I feel the same way. It feels like freedom. When you focus on fewer words, your mind relaxes. You stop searching for perfect vocabulary. You start focusing on meaning and connection instead.
That feeling of freedom is very important for beginners. Many learners feel blocked because they think they do not know enough words, but often they already know enough to communicate basic ideas. They just need permission to use what they know.
Giving yourself permission is powerful. You are allowed to repeat words. You are allowed to use simple sentences. Real conversations use simple language much more than people think.
When we talk about 100 words, we are talking about very common words. These are words you hear every day. Words about time, feelings, actions, and people. These words appear again and again in daily conversation.
That repetition is what makes them so useful. When you use the same words often, they feel natural in your mouth. Your brain doesn't panic. You begin to speak without stopping so much. That is where fluency starts.
Many native speakers also use a small set of words most of the time. They don't think about it, but it is true. Daily conversations are built on simple vocabulary. This is very good news for learners.
It really is good news. It means you do not need to wait until you know enough English. You can start speaking more now with what you already have. That can change how learners feel immediately.
Using fewer words also helps you speak more clearly. When you choose simple words, your message is easier to understand. Clear English is often better than complex English, especially in daily life.
Clear English builds confidence on both sides. The speaker feels calmer and the listener understands more easily. This creates a positive experience. Positive experiences make people want to speak again.
Another important idea is that fluency does not mean speed. Speaking fluently does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking smoothly, without fear. You can speak slowly and still be fluent.
That is such an important reminder. Slow English can be very fluent. When you speak slowly with simple words, your voice sounds calm and confident. This is perfect for beginners.
Today, we are not going to list 100 words. Instead, we want to talk about the feeling and the mindset. When you believe that simple English is enough, your body relaxes, your voice becomes steadier.
Mindset changes everything. When you stop trying to sound advanced, you start sounding natural. Natural English is what people use every day. That's the English we want learners to feel comfortable with.
Simple words are very flexible. You can use the same word in many situations. One word can express many ideas, depending on how you use it. This flexibility is very powerful for communication.
Flexibility reduces stress. You do not need to search for the perfect word. You can use a familiar word and explain a little more if needed. This keeps the conversation moving.
Right now, listeners can think about the words they already use often. Words like go, do, like, or feel. These words may seem small, but they carry a lot of meaning.
Thinking about familiar words helps learners feel grounded. You realize you already have tools to speak. You are not starting from zero. You are building from something real.
Daily conversations are made of small moments, greeting someone, sharing a feeling, talking about your day. All of these moments can be done with simple English. That is why this approach works.
When learners see that daily life English is simple, fear becomes smaller. You do not need special language for special moments. You just need honest language for real moments.
I want listeners to feel encouraged right now. Speaking English fluently does not mean being perfect. It means being comfortable with what you know. Comfort grows through gentle daily practice.
I hope listeners feel that encouragement too. You are allowed to repeat. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to use simple words. All of this is part of fluent communication.
As we move forward in this series, we will talk more about how simple words work in real conversations. We will keep everything calm and practical. There is no rush at all.
Thank you for being here and listening so patiently. Take a slow breath and relax your shoulders. In the next part, we will talk about using simple words in daily situations and conversations.
As we continue, I still feel that light and relaxed feeling from before. It feels like we removed a heavy bag from our shoulders. Speaking with fewer words feels simpler and calmer. This is a good place to explore how those simple words work in daily life.
I feel that lightness too, Roy, and it feels very freeing. When learners realize they do not need many words, their mind becomes quieter. Quiet minds speak more smoothly. That smooth feeling is what many people want when they say they want fluency.
Let's think about daily conversations for a moment. Most daily conversations are not long or complicated. They are about small things. They are about what you are doing, how you feel, or what you plan to do next.
Yes, daily conversations are often very simple. People ask how you are, they talk about their day, they share small opinions. All of these things can be done with basic words. You do not need advanced vocabulary for everyday life.
One powerful idea is that simple words can be reused again and again. When you reuse words, your brain becomes familiar with them. Familiar words come out faster. This reduces hesitation and builds fluency naturally.
Reuse is very important. Many learners think repetition is bad, but repetition is actually how fluency grows. Native speakers repeat words all the time. Repetition makes speech feel natural and easy.
For example, one simple word can be used in many situations. You can use the same word to talk about today, tomorrow, feelings, or actions. This flexibility allows you to express many ideas without learning many new words.
That flexibility is very comforting. When you know one word works in many situations, you feel safer speaking. You are not worried about choosing the perfect word. You focus on sharing meaning instead.
Another important part of speaking fluently with few words is sentence structure. When you use simple sentence patterns again and again, your mouth remembers them. Your speech becomes smoother with less effort.
Simple sentence patterns are like familiar paths. When you walk the same path many times, you stop thinking about every step. Speaking works the same way. Familiar patterns help you move forward without fear.
Many learners stop speaking because they think too much. They search for new words or correct grammar. But when you limit your words, you reduce choices. Fewer choices means less stress. Less stress means more fluency.
That reduction of stress is very powerful. When your mind is not busy searching, your voice flows more easily. Fluency grows when thinking becomes lighter. Simple words help create that light thinking.
Speaking with fewer words also helps listening. When you use simple English, people often respond with simple English too. This creates a comfortable rhythm. Conversation feels balanced and friendly.
That balance is very important. When both people feel comfortable, the conversation continues naturally. No one feels rushed or judged. Simple language supports that feeling of ease.
Another helpful idea is that simple words allow you to focus on tone and feeling. When you are not worried about vocabulary, you can pay attention to how you speak. Tone adds meaning beyond words.
Tone is a big part of fluency. A calm and friendly tone makes speech sound confident. Even very simple sentences can sound fluent when spoken with the right tone. Beginners can focus on this easily.
Speaking fluently also means staying connected to the moment. Simple words keep you present. You are not thinking ahead or worrying about mistakes. You are responding naturally to what is happening.
Being present is a big part of natural conversation. When you are present, your reactions feel real. Real reactions are more important than perfect sentences. This is how communication truly works.
Some learners worry that using only simple words will make them sound childish. But in reality, clear and simple speech often sounds mature and confident. Professionals often speak simply on purpose.
That is a very important point. Simple language is not weak language, it is strong and clear. Many successful speakers use very simple words to explain big ideas.
When you focus on fluency, not vocabulary size, your goal becomes easier. You are not trying to learn everything. You are learning to use what you know well. That focus changes everything.
Using what you know well builds confidence. Confidence encourages more speaking. More speaking builds fluency. This positive cycle begins with accepting simple English as enough.
Right now, listeners can think about one simple sentence they use often. Maybe it's about how they feel or what they are doing. That sentence is already a fluency tool.
Noticing familiar sentences helps learners feel capable. You already speak some English fluently in small ways. You can expand slowly from there, without pressure.
Another benefit of simple English is that it allows mistakes without stopping the conversation. Even if a sentence is not perfect, the message still gets across. Communication continues.
Continuing is more important than correcting. Fluency lives in continuation. When you keep going calmly, your confidence grows naturally. Simple words support this gentle continuation.
Daily practice with simple words builds long-term fluency. You do not need long study sessions. Short, relaxed conversations are enough. Consistency matters more than complexity.
Consistency builds comfort. Comfort builds fluency. This is why simple daily practice works so well. You are building a habit, not chasing perfection.
As we come to the end of this part, I hope listeners feel lighter and more confident. Speaking fluently is not far away. It begins with trusting simple English.
I hope listeners feel that trust too. You already have enough words to communicate. In the next part, we will talk about how to keep conversations going using only simple words. Please stay with us and continue practicing gently.
As we move into this part, I feel that speaking with simple words is starting to feel more natural. It feels like we are finding a steady rhythm together. There is less thinking and more flowing. This is a good moment to talk about how to keep conversations going with simple English.
I feel that rhythm too, Roy, and it feels very encouraging. Many learners worry that conversations will stop quickly if they use only simple words. But simple words can actually help conversations continue. They make it easier to respond and stay connected.
I think that is very true. Conversations grow step by step. One short sentence leads to another. When learners understand this, they feel less pressure. They realize they do not need to carry the whole conversation alone.
One important idea is that conversations are not about saying many things. They're about responding. When someone speaks to you, you do not need a long answer. A short and honest response is often enough to keep things moving.
That is very true. Conversations grow step by step. One short sentence leads to another. When learners understand this, they feel less pressure. They realize they do not need to carry the whole conversation alone.
Simple words are very good for showing interest. You can use them to react to what someone says. Small reactions show that you are listening. Listening is a big part of fluent conversation.
Listening carefully helps you respond naturally. When you focus on listening instead of planning your next sentence, your responses feel more real. Simple words make this easier because they come quickly.
Another helpful idea is asking simple questions. You do not need complex question forms. Even very short questions can keep a conversation alive. Questions show curiosity and connection.
Asking questions takes pressure off you, too. When you ask a question, the other person speaks. This gives you time to relax and listen. Simple questions are powerful conversation tools.
Many learners worry that repeating the same words will sound strange, but repetition is very normal in real conversations. People repeat words to show understanding and agreement. This repetition actually supports fluency.
Repeating words can feel comforting. It creates a shared rhythm between speakers. When both people use similar words, conversation feels smoother and more relaxed. This is very natural in daily life.
Using simple words also helps you express how you feel easily. Feelings do not need complicated language. You can share how you feel with very basic words, and people will understand you clearly.
Sharing feelings with simple words makes conversations warmer. Warm conversations feel easier to continue. When people feel understood, they want to keep talking. Simple English supports that connection.
Another important part of fluency is not stopping yourself too often. If you pause to correct every small mistake, the conversation breaks. Simple words help you keep going without fear.
Continuing is more important than correcting. When you keep speaking calmly, the conversation stays alive. Many small mistakes disappear when the focus stays on meaning, not form.
Simple words also help you talk about your day. Daily life does not require special language. Talking about what you did or how you feel can be done with basic vocabulary. This makes practice easy every day.
Talking about daily life is one of the best ways to build fluency. You already know the content. You're just changing the language. Simple words are perfect for this kind of practice.
Fluency also grows when you accept silence as part of conversation. You do not need to fill every moment with words. Short pauses are natural. Simple language helps you feel comfortable with these pauses.
Feeling comfortable with pauses is a big step toward fluency. Pauses give your mind time to breathe. When you are not afraid of silence, speaking feels much easier.
Some learners feel they must entertain or impress when speaking, but real conversations are not performances, they are shared moments. Simple words help keep conversations real and relaxed.
Relaxed conversations are the best place for fluency to grow. When you remove the idea of performance, you allow yourself to be present. Presence supports natural speech.
Simple words also make it easier to recover when you feel stuck. If you forget a word, you can explain using other simple words. This keeps the conversation moving.
This ability to explain simply is a very strong skill. It shows flexibility and confidence. Many fluent speakers use this skill all the time without noticing it.
When you speak with simple words, you give yourself more chances to succeed. Each small success builds confidence. Confidence encourages more speaking. This cycle leads to fluency over time.
That positive cycle is very important. Fluency is not built in one day. It grows through many small, successful moments. Simple English creates many of those moments.
Right now, listeners can imagine having a short conversation using only simple words. You greet someone, respond, and ask one question. This simple exchange is already fluent communication.
Imagining these small conversations helps prepare your mind. When the real moment comes, it feels familiar. Familiarity reduces fear and supports fluent speech.
I want listeners to remember that fluency is a feeling, not a number. It is the feeling of moving forward without stopping. Simple words help create that feeling again and again.
That feeling of flow is what many learners are looking for. It does not come from learning more words. It comes from trusting the words you already know.
As we move toward the final part, we will talk about how to keep this simple approach long-term. We will talk about habits and mindset. Please stay relaxed and continue with us.
Thank you for listening so patiently and practicing quietly. Take a slow breath and notice how calm your mind feels. We will finish this conversation together very soon. As we reach the final part of our conversation, I feel a strong sense of calm and clarity. It feels like everything we talked about is coming together naturally. Speaking English with simple words no longer feels like a limitation. It feels like a path that is clear and open.
I feel that clarity too, Roy, and it feels very reassuring. When learners understand that simple English is enough, a lot of pressure disappears. What remains is a feeling of ease and confidence. That feeling is very important for long-term fluency.
One of the most helpful things learners can do is make simple English part of daily life. You do not need special study time every day. You can practice while walking, eating, or resting. Simple words fit easily into daily moments.
Daily life gives you many chances to practice. You can talk about what you see, what you feel, or what you plan to do next. All of these things can be done with basic words. This makes practice natural and sustainable.
Sustainability is very important for fluency. If practice feels heavy, people stop. But if practice feels light, people continue. Simple English keeps practice light and enjoyable. That consistency builds fluency over time.
Consistency does not mean doing a lot. It means doing a little often. Even short moments of speaking or thinking in English matter. These small moments add up quietly and steadily.
Another important idea is accepting where you are right now. You do not need to wait until you feel ready to speak. Speaking with simple words is already speaking fluently at your level. That acceptance changes everything.
Acceptance brings confidence. When you stop judging your English, you start using it more. The more you use it, the more natural it feels. This is how fluency grows without force.
Many learners compare themselves to others. They think others sound better or know more. But fluency is personal. Your fluency is about your comfort, not someone else's level. Simple English supports this personal growth.
Comparing yourself often creates stress. When stress appears, fluency disappears. Focusing on your own simple progress keeps your mind calm. Calm minds speak more smoothly.
Using only simple words also helps you stay flexible. If you forget a word, you can explain with another one. This flexibility keeps conversations alive. It shows real communication skills.
Flexibility is a sign of real fluency. Fluent speakers are not perfect speakers, they are adaptable speakers. Simple words make adaptation easier and faster.
Over time, you may naturally learn more words. That is normal and good. But those new words will sit on top of a strong base of simple English. That strong base is what keeps your speech fluent and steady.
A strong base makes everything easier. When your foundation is solid, adding new words feels natural, not stressful. You're not replacing simple English, you're building gently on it.
I want listeners to remember that fluency is not a destination. It is a way of moving. It is the feeling of being able to continue. Simple English helps you keep moving forward without stopping.
That movement is what makes speaking enjoyable. When you stop worrying about mistakes and vocabulary size, speaking feels lighter. Enjoyment is a powerful motivator for learning.
Even on days when you feel tired or busy, simple English is still available to you. You can say one sentence. You can think one thought. That is enough to maintain connection with the language.
Those small connections keep English alive in your life. You do not lose fluency easily when you stay connected. Simple words make that connection easy to maintain.
Right now, listeners can take a moment to feel proud. You stayed with this conversation. You are thinking differently about fluency. That shift in mindset is a big step forward.
I really hope listeners feel that pride. You are not behind, you're learning in a smart and kind way. Trusting simple English is a powerful decision.
As you continue learning, remember that your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Simple words are enough to share them. English does not need to be complicated to be meaningful.
Meaning comes from honesty and presence, not from difficult words. When you speak from a calm place, people understand you. That understanding is the heart of fluency.
I feel very grateful that we could share this time together. Talking about simple English reminds me that learning doesn't need to be hard. It can be gentle, human, and encouraging.
I feel grateful too, and I hope listeners feel supported. You can continue practicing calmly, one small moment at a time. English can grow naturally in your life.
Thank you so much for staying with us through this full conversation. We hope this series helped you feel more confident and relaxed about speaking English. Keep trusting simple words and keep speaking gently.
Thank you for listening and practicing with us. Take a deep breath and feel proud of yourself. We look forward to meeting you again very soon. Goodbye for now.